So when we're doing our standard layout for the UH36,
You hear that?
is that laughing? Is that
It sounds like Abby.
You're a sheep.
Abby, we told you you can't be in the video.
What are you doing?
I just want.
You're ruining our shot.
Please.
Shh. Quiet on the set.
Okay.
So this has the rockers on a little bit.
Can somebody do something about her?
Joel, can you get her out of here?
Abby, listen. It's not time for you to do this. Come on. Come on. Trying to be professionals here. All right.
Bye, Abby.
Maybe they'll invite you in the next one.
So, Dane, in our last episode, we talked about how you can order a custom layout and what you can send in to make sure that the custom layout is correct. But what happens if you get the device and you've made a mistake on the order, or maybe the layout just doesn't function quite the way you thought it would for a client? Is there a way to change the programming on the secondary without having to send the whole thing back and having somebody potentially out of their vehicle for a bit?
Well, with most of our products, we design it in a way that the technician can change most things. Because what we always want to avoid is the customer having to go home and then come back.
Right.
So we try to make everything as flexible in the field as possible. With our switch lineup, we actually have a digital programmer.
Oh.
So it's got a screen on it and some buttons. It plugs directly in, I'll call it the brain of our system, and it allows you to completely change the functionality of the system.
So let's show this switch programmer, and this is a shop tool that you will keep in your shop.
Yeah, we actually keep a list. We go one step further. We keep a list of all our dealers, and if we don't have you listed as having a programmer, we require one on your first secondary order. Although you may not need it for most of your installs, as we all know, sometimes things happen and you will have to change things.
Perfect.
So the obvious case is when an order isn't conveyed properly, either on the dealer end or on our end, and they get a system that isn't what the client needs. We have the flexibility to change that. So we can change every aspect of the system, but we have a menu in here that's bundled up with some of the easy ones. And one of those, to this point, is button swap.
Okay.
So you can enter the system into a button swap mode. You press any two of the buttons, and when you're in that mode, it will swap the functions on the two buttons. And you can keep doing that over and over again. You can have an entirely new layout.
Okay. So what happens if we receive the order and then they've realized that they forgot to add a function on? Is there a way for us to do that in the field?
I'm not going to say in every case you can do that. Sometimes there's hardware limitations with the equipment they have. But in a lot of cases, if there isn't a hardware limitation, we can actually send over an entirely new program with that function on it. So this system comes with an SD. I don't have one in this unit right now, but every unit comes with an SD card. We can email over an entirely new program. They load it on the SD card, pop it in here, and then they reprogram their entire system. So you can, in a lot of cases, you can add functions. And if you have to make complicated changes, it's a lot easier on our end to redo the program, send it to you, than it is for a technician to go individually and change each of the features.
So again, this is a shop tool that a dealer would have at their disposal. It's not something that a client would have access to. So you would need to go back to your dealer to have changes made to the secondary.
Yeah, this stays with the dealer.
Yeah.
So after the install is done, they would unplug it and put it back in their tool chest.
If the dealer or the technician has any trouble with swapping buttons or using the programmer for the first time, they can always call into our tech support and we can walk them through how to do it.
Absolutely. It comes with a guide on how to use it.
Yes. So come back for our next episode where we're going to go find Abby and ask her to explain what we can do for your evaluators in their vehicle if they need to make some changes.
I can't believe we're going to bring
I
Abby
know.
back.
We have to go get her.
I knew you guys would need me.
Were you out there the whole time?
Anyway.
Okay, where you're just sitting there and you're kind of like pouting. Which I'm sure realistically you have never done.
All the time.
I want you to go.
Yes! Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go past.